Okay. We've been teaching you some techniques for the 5 secrets of effective communication. And so far, we've gone over the disarming technique, which is finding truth in what the other person says, thought and feeling empathy, which is paraphrasing what the other person says, and feeling empathy, which is acknowledging how the other person's probably feeling based on what they've said. And the 3 remaining we're going to do in one big gulp here. That's the inquiry, I feel statements, and stroking. And the technique that we're going to illustrate is just focusing on one technique, and you're only allowed to respond with one technique, so you can learn that one technique. Later, you can learn to integrate them in a way that will be beautiful, but right now, it's like practicing the keys on the piano with certain exercises. And you don't make beautiful music when you play the notes on the piano, you blah, 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 or whatever it is. And this is kind of like this, but you want to understand the morsels before you understand how to put them together in a beautiful casserole. And so the inquiry is as asking gentle probing questions to learn more about what the other person is thinking and feeling. And anything that a colleague says or a child says or a teenager says or a father or mother says, the inquiry, it's generally the last of the 5 secrets, but it's opening the other person up to hear more. And so I'll illustrate it, and then we can do a role reversal, and you can practice it. So this is intended to sound artificial. So you say, "Oh, Dr. Burns illustrated this thing. It was so artificial." Well, this is intentionally artificial. And if you start out with artificial and get good at it, then we'll show you how to sound natural and genuine and make awesome music. But you've got to start somewhere. So as I was saying, a lot of people, when they see this role play, they'll think, "Oh, this is so artificial."
So we're going to demonstrate it now. David, people are going to think what we're doing is artificial.
Yeah, and you spelled out that it would seem artificial, and that's a necessary first step. And we're about to demonstrate it, but you're expressing alarm that people would think it's artificial. And I can imagine that might be irritating to you, that they didn't hear what we were saying and they would be attacking us on some spurious basis. And I'm wondering if I'm getting that right, and if you can tell me more about how you're feeling, maybe frustrated or pissed off or anxious. Am I reading you right? How was that?
Wonderful. I'd give it an A.
Okay. And why?
Because you very specifically understood what I was talking about and asked a question to understand the specifics of what I was saying better.
Yeah. Now, I'll be your patient. Adam, I've been coming to see you, and I've been doing all this damn homework assignments, and I'm not feeling any better, and I'm beginning to wonder if whether I'm really am a hopeless case and a worthless human being.
Yeah, you've been coming to me, and I've been telling you that doing this work will make you feel better, and you're doing this work and doing this work and doing this work, and you're not feeling any better. In fact, you've been trying hard and feeling quite a bit worse, and I'd imagine you feel not just hopeless and worthless, like you said, but also discouraged. And I'm wondering, too, if you're maybe feeling a little bit defective. Am I understanding you correctly? Am I getting where you're coming from?
That was pretty good, but it sounds so fake without throwing in a couple of the other 5 secrets. Let's do a role reversal.
All right. David, I've been coming to see you for a long time, and
yes, you have.
I've been putting all this effort in, and I don't know. I don't think I'm getting any better. I think I'm just kind of a hopeless and a worthless case.
Yeah, I'm so sad to hear what you're saying right now. In fact, you've been working really hard, and I've been awfully proud of you. to be doing all the homework, especially when things aren't getting better. And I believe that if we continue working together, you will get better, and we'll find a way to work together productively. But right now, it sounds like you're feeling pretty hopeless and wondering if you're a worthless human being in reality, and maybe feeling frustrated and disappointed, and maybe even a bit angry with me that you're trying hard and not getting what you want, and what you're so desperate to find a way back to joy and self-esteem. I'm wondering if I'm getting you right.
Wonderful. Yeah. I'd give you an A on that one.
Okay, and why?
You're right that bringing in some of the other elements of the five secrets helped a lot, and especially hearing what you're thinking and feeling. Like, it just feels so cold if you don't have the perspective of the other person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can cheat a little when you use this technique, and you can throw in some of the other five secrets to make it sound a little bit natural. And now let's do a role reversal. And you're my father, and Dad, none of the other kids like me, and they don't want to be with me, and I just feel awful all the time because I only feel happy when I'm with people who really like me, and right now all the kids at school, they seem to hate me.
Oh, I feel really sad hearing that. I can hear how hurt and rejected you're feeling by your peers when you try to spend time with them. And it sounds like when you go to try to hang out with other people, they don't want to spend time with you. And I'd imagine that you also end up feeling just really kind of worthless and small, and also quite lonely. And while I'm feeling sad, I also feel very appreciative, son, because I get the chance to hear you and understand more of what you're thinking and feeling. And I'm noticing that I just feel a lot of love for you, and it's making a lot of sense to me that you're feeling so hurt when you would go to spend time with your peers and they're not wanting to spend time with you. And I'd imagine you also are just really wondering what's wrong and what's stopping them from wanting to spend time with you. And am I understanding you correctly? Am I getting you right?
Okay, what grade do you give yourself?
I'd give myself a B on that one.
Okay, and why?
I think one, I got a little bit into some cheerleading there.
Mm-hmm.
And then two, got a little bit stammery and off track, and added a little bit of my own interpretation.
Yeah, I would have given you a B or a B plus also. And let's do a role reversal, and I can illustrate maybe a piece that you overlooked.
Got it.
You're my son, and I'm Dad.
Dad, I'm just having a really hard time. I'm feeling really hurt because the kids at school don't want to play with me, and I feel happy and loved when people want to spend time with me, but it seems like none of the kids really like me.
My heart breaks to hear what you're saying, because I love you so much, and you have so much to give. And I can imagine how maybe hurt and angry and discouraged and alone you're feeling. And I know how much you love other people, and how much caring you have for your friends and the people you've hung out with and talked to them late at night when they're upset. And I'm wondering if you can tell me more of what's going on right now. Were there some specific interactions you had with some of the kids that kind of hurt your feelings? And tell me what happened. Maybe we can figure out some strategies how to respond.
I got it. Yeah, that's an A. The piece that I was missing there, and this is part of the point of inquiry, is understanding the specifics of what's bothering me in that situation. So you tried to understand what was causing those feelings in me in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just illustrating inquiry, asking questions, gentle probing questions to get more information. And although it seems like a simple thing, it's not. And there's a lot of fine points in this, and we're just kind of giving you the overview as well as a simple way to practice. Now let's practice I feel statements, and not that inquiry, we're not done with that yet. There's a great deal more to teach, but just to show you how all the keys on the piano sound. The I feel statement is when you express your feelings with I feel X. And X is a word from our feeling words chart. And you don't say, I feel that you're a jerk. That's not an I feel statement. That's just a attack on another person, or I feel like I'm not getting anywhere with you. Well, that's not an I feel statement either. That's just a kind of a complaint. But it's I feel X, and X is an emotion. And for this one, I want you to respond only with I feel statements, because I feel statements are incredibly hard for therapists and non-therapists alike. But you want to be the I feel speaker, or do you want me to attack you and you can respond with an I feel statement?
Go ahead and attack me. I'll
Okay,
take
I'm
the
going
first
to
go on
hit
this
you
one.
with a number of them, one right after another, and
Okay.
see if you can respond each time only with an I feel statement.
Oof, okay.
Adam, you suck.
I feel really hurt and sad when I hear that.
You're not as good as you're cracked up to be. You act so fancy.
I feel a lot of shame and embarrassment and even some guilt when I hear that from you.
Okay, what grade do you give yourself on that?
I think I'd give myself an A.
And try a role reversal.
Sure. David, you just really pissed me off.
It's painful to hear that, but it sounds like you're feeling hurt and angry, and I'm feeling kind of blown away right now. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? How was that?
For an I feel statement, that would be an F.
An F, okay. And which feelings did I not express?
Yeah, I don't know what it is that you're feeling in regards to that. And it is really easy to reflect back what the other person's saying and miss everything about what we're thinking.
So I didn't do any I feel at all?
That's right.
Okay, I thought I had, so this is a good example. So let's try it. You know, you're just so arrogant. You think you're so awesome, and you're not.
Are you wanting me to give that to you?
Yeah, that was kind of similar, that you want to do a role reversal and show me how to do the I feel statements.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Oh, you think you're such hot shit, and you always talk blah 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 blah. Yeah, so articulate and everything. Give me a break.
No, you're right. I feel a lot of hurt as well as embarrassment and shame hearing that from you.
Is there something that you could add, that maybe one of the other 5 secrets that could strengthen that?
For sure, yeah. I was just making sure only to do the I feel statement for the demonstration of the role play.
Which was great. So you get an A for that. But what, in a real thing, what else would you want to say?
Very similar, just thought process wise. I haven't learned more or understood or acknowledged the other person's feelings and thoughts.
Yeah, exactly.
And so what that might look like after saying, you're right, and I feel a lot of shame and embarrassment hearing that, because I can tell that I've been completely unaware and I've been arrogant to the expense of you. And I also feel really disappointed because I have a lot of care and respect for you. And it's clear that I've been paying so little attention that I haven't even recognized the impact that I have on you. And so I'd imagine you feel also quite angry and quite hurt. And can you help me understand what is missing? Can you help me understand what I've done that has affected you so much, David?
That was good. I'd bring that up to about an A-. Try a role reversal.
All right. David, you're just so arrogant and full of yourself, and you don't think of anyone but yourself.
Yeah, I'm feeling really kind of kicked in the stomach right now, and shocked, because it sounds like a couple things are going on. I've overlooked the fact that I've been totally turning you off and irritating you, and it sounds like you're really angry and pissed off at me too, and I haven't seemed humble or down to earth or real, and I'm just feeling incredible tension right now. Am I reading you right? Is that what you're telling me? And
Yeah, and that you haven't even recognized the impact that you have on me.
yeah, that I've been acting kind of arrogant and highfalutin or whatever, and you've been feeling hurt. And I haven't been recognizing you or seeing you or realizing that you've been feeling that way, and I feel so sad and ashamed to hear that I've been doing that to you.
All right, I give that an A, yeah.
Yeah, why?
I felt really respected, heard, and seen. I got the chance to hear a little bit of where you were coming from. And again, specifically acknowledging what was bothering me without kind of dancing around it.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel statements are really hard for a number of reasons. And one of the big reasons is that we censor ourselves and say, I shouldn't feel this way. And if I am feeling this way, I shouldn't let on. I should hide my feelings, sweep them under the carpet, and try to have it all together. And I remember the first time I saw someone using an I feel statement was a colleague from Ireland who was working with me in Philadelphia, this Tony Bates. And he was very charismatic, very active in the Catholic religion, and he was a psychologist and working on his PhD and seeing patients. And I saw him do a demonstration with the patient with borderline personality disorder, a real patient who was being very, very aggressive. And he used an I feel statement, not in a pathetic way, but in a kind of esteeming way. And he said something to her like, I'm feeling really, really put down right now and attacked and kind of putting me on the defensive. But there's a lot of truth in what you're saying, and I can see you're probably really angry with me, and I want to hear more about that. You know, I respect you, but right now I'm very very anxious. Can you tell me more?
Yeah.
And I thought, man, that is so powerful, just to share your feelings without fighting back. An I feel statement is an incredible thing, and it's so hard for people to learn because we always think we have to intellectualize something or explain something or prove to ourselves or solve some kind of problem. And just saying, gee, I'm feeling so anxious and kind of disorganized right now. And there's a lot of truth in what you're saying, but man, I'm feeling blown out of the water.
Yeah, and in combination with inquiry, like we're talking about, you let the person a little bit into your world, but you do bring it back to them. And so the focus doesn't become all about you and the way that you're feeling.
Yeah. And then finally, if you're practicing stroking, this is almost the most impossibly difficult one for someone. It means how to express warmth or respect in the heat of battle. And then again, one of us can attack the other person, and then your job is to use stroking. You can use any of the other 5 secrets, but you have to find some way of saying something genuinely positive about the other person. So do you want to attack or defend, or?
I'll start on the attack this time.
You're going to attack me? Okay, great.
I have to let you know, David, that I absolutely hate that shirt. It's offensive, and I can't believe that you would choose to wear a shirt like that around us.
Oh wow, I'm feeling really blown out of the water, especially because I've had so many compliments on this shirt, and I've loved this shirt. My wife got it for me, but it sounds like it's really irritating to you. Maybe it's too flashy or it seems too show-offy. I think the world of you, but suddenly I'm sensing this real tension between the two of us. And let's talk about it. Maybe this conversation can bring us a bit closer together. Can you tell me more what it is about me or the shirt that's kind of turning you off? It's painful, all the more so because I think so highly of you, and yet we're both a little kind of tense and pissed off right now.
Yeah, that little bit at the end especially felt really good, and throwing in how highly you think of me bumped that up to an 8 for me.
Yeah. That's the short form. And if you'd like to learn these techniques or practice with these techniques, we've developed this fantastic AI love bot that it can practice with you the same way we're practicing, and many other techniques as well.
So now you may be wondering, if this is an AI-powered chatbot to help you with your mental health, why don't you just talk to ChatGPT? And first off, I think that's a great question. ChatGPT does a really good job of giving understanding. And while that's really important, understanding alone is not enough to feel better. And so with our therapy-minded approach, we've added a whole bunch of extremely powerful tools to not just help you get understanding, but actually feel good. And so this process is structured, it's specific, and doing so produces real results to the degree that we're actually really surprised at how effective it has been. And I'm kind of ashamed to admit that sometimes it even performs better than I do as a therapist. And so if you would like to feel great, and gosh, do we ever want you to feel great, please download our app on Google Play or the Apple Store.
And if you'd like to learn the 5 secrets, they can have a tremendous impact on your life, but they're hard to get right. And first you want to learn them one at a time, and then learn how to combine them to make a really elegant, loving, and effective and genuine response to the other person. And it can help you in your loving relationships with family, friends, but also help with strangers, help with people who are obnoxious and rude, help you if you're in sales, help you if you're, have a hostile boss. If you like, we'll do a video on how I taught a woman to treat her hostile boss like a dog, and using the 5 secrets and what happened there. But there's a tremendous amount to learn, and a tremendous amount of room for growth. Even Adam and I screw up when we're doing the 5 secrets, but we learn every day. And we're bringing these techniques to you because they've made such a fantastic impact on our lives, even though we're flawed, we're still learning, we're still growing, just like you are. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.